No one in the press or gaming world thought we'd be waking up to news regarding the next-gen PlayStation, and yet that's exactly what we got this morning. All-around nice guy and lead system architect on PS4 and now PS5, Mark Cerny, sat down with Peter Rubin over at Wired to give us a glimpse at what Sony has been working on and where PlayStation is headed. It's worth noting that Mark never refers to the upcoming console as PS5 and instead only refers to it as the next-gen console, but if history is any indication, it's safe to call the console PS5, which I will do going forward with this article and future ones as well. While Sony is nowhere near ready to fully unveil their next console, Mark did give a lot of details regarding the system's architecture and the kind of power we can expect from it. For one thing, PS5 won't be a mid-cycle type console that we get from PS4 to PS4 Pro. Instead, it's being completely designed from the group up as a powerhouse console that will be backwards compatible with PlayStation 4. While overall details are still light, it's best to break down what Mark conveyed in 4 categories: processor and GPU, ray tracing, 3D audio, and SSD support. It's also worth mentioning that the following information, including demos, is based upon a meaning that the final version will likely be more powerful than what's being shown off and why there's no pictures of the console to go along with this piece. Next-gen devkit connected to a different TV. The devkit, an early, low-speed version, is concealed in a big silver tower, with no visible componentry. Processor and GPU. PlayStation's next-generation console ticks all those boxes, starting with an AMD chip at the heart of the device. Warning: some alphabet soup follows. The CPU is based on the 3rd generation of AMD's Ryzen line and contains 8 cores of the company's new 7nm Zen 2 microarchitecture. The GPU, a custom variant of Radeon's Navi family, will support ray tracing, a technique that models the travel of light to simulate complex interactions in 3D environments. While ray tracing is a staple of Hollywood visual effects and is beginning to worm its way into high-end processors and Nvidia's recently announced RTX line, no game console has been able to manage it yet. A new powerful processor is the least surprising thing, given that each generation of consoles gets more powerful than the one before. Even between PS4 and PS4 Pro, it's pretty astonishing to see the difference the Pro makes with games you may have been playing for years, especially when paired with a 4K TV. Ray tracing. But Mark and company wanted to go beyond powerful processing, GPU, and introduce something that's only been possible thus far at visual effects studios: ray tracing. In short, ray tracing allows the developers to render light and other visual aspects like liquid and the way they shine or bounce in ways they couldn't before, often in real time. Audio beyond visuals. The PS5 will redefine what gaming audio, especially 3D audio, will be, something that according to Mark didn't really change much from PS3 to PS4 thanks to a new AMD chipset. As a gamer, it's been a little bit of a frustration that audio did not change too much between PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. With the next console, the dream is to show how dramatically different the audio experience can be when we apply significant amounts of hardware horsepower to it. I'm honestly not sure how much gamers care about magnificent audio, especially since that will require you to have a home theater setup that can support it, but if the PS5 is able to deliver games in audio formats such as Dolby Atmos, I'm all for it. It's quite likely that gamers will see the most benefit of PS5's audio capabilities when paired with a headset that might run them $200 versus needing a $1,000 plus soundbar that's capable of Dolby Atmos and whatever new audio formats the console will support. SSD. One thing that's always been the bane of all gamers has been load times. With PS4, all that changed where massive games like Uncharted 4 or Destiny for the most part are able to hide load screens between areas. This task is however intensive to the game engine, which needs to begin to load and render content in the background while maintaining your current position, visuals, and gameplay. If developers didn't have to take that into consideration, considerable resources could be freed up to deliver even higher fidelity visuals or how you interact with environments and other elements in games. This is especially true in modern games which are filled with rich cities and landscapes. On top of that, even if you plug an SSD into the PS4, which it does support, the truth is that the console was never built for it natively, nor do all games feature zero load times even if running on a console with an SSD, especially when it comes to fast travel, which you see in games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Destiny 2, and Spider-Man. Mark wants to fundamentally change that by having a console that comes equipped with an SSD drive like we've never seen before, and that's a conversation that was kicked off all the way back in 2015 with various developers. Mark Cerny, the raw read speed is important, but so are the details of the I/O input-output mechanisms and the software stack that we put on top of them. I got a PlayStation 4 Pro and then I put in a SSD that cost as much as the PlayStation 4 Pro. It might be 1/3 faster. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.